People are able to control many things, but not the natural elements. Scientists have learned to anticipate natural disasters and warn people in advance about impending disasters, but no one is able to prevent a catastrophe. Being in the epicenter of a natural disaster is one of the most terrible things that can happen to a person. Today, we will show you the real fury of nature, which was captured on camera. Instead of hiding from the weather, this guy decided to fight the wind. I don't know why he's doing this, perhaps only in order to shoot this video. A powerful electric discharge was captured on camera during the rain. Despite the fact that the gaming club is pretty flooded, these guys continued to play as if nothing had happened. And these terrible shots were shot in the Philippines during the earthquake that occurred on the 25th of October. Electricity is not something to play with, but when nature is raging, it does not adhere to safety regulations. Large hail has been falling frequently in Australia lately. The camera managed to capture one of these moments. Rosalind hurricane that raged in October in Mexico brought heavy rains and squally winds to the country, which provoked a lot of destruction and caused huge damage in the western and central parts of the country. And this footage is from Greece. In October, the streets of Greek cities turned into rivers. In Mexico, several people were injured due to the hurricane. City beaches along the coast remained closed for a long time. Just look at how much hail broke the windshield of this car. This man has long dreamed of a pool, but never thought that one day he could swim right in the living room of his house.
Oh my God.
At the end of September, Florida residents felt as if they were living in the middle of the ocean. Here are the shots from inside one apartment building in this state. These shots are really scary. Many people lost their property at one point. This terrible flood was triggered by Ian hurricane. This hurricane caused $40 million in damage to the state. Ian became one of the most destructive hurricanes in the history of the United States. Thousands of people had to be evacuated, but some residents could not be saved.
House that used to be over there is now there, right outside our window.
These shots were taken by an eyewitness on September 28th in Florida. Many houses were flooded almost completely. The city of Fort Myers suffered the most. All the first floors of buildings were flooded here, and the transport was washed away by water. Heavy rains have greatly eroded the ground in Japan, and some houses just collapsed. One of these moments was captured on camera. And this is again footage from Florida. Due to Ian hurricane, hundreds of thousands of residents of the Carolinas were left without electricity. It hurts to watch these expensive supercars drown in water. Ian came to Florida from Cuba, where many people were also left without electricity. During any storm, it is better to stay at home. It's much safer than being on the street at such a moment.
Yeah.
During Ian hurricane, the wind was so strong that it uprooted trees.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah. You can't see nothing, those trees are down.
Residents of the state of Virginia also suffered from the hurricane. Houses and cars near the shoreline were flooded. This footage was shot in Greece in October. As you can see, cars floated through the streets like boats.
Είναι απίστευτο οι άνθρωποι τι έχουν πάθει αυτή τη στιγμή. Περιουσίες στα μάτια τους.
And these shots were taken on the beach before the storm. All the vacationers scattered, there was not a soul on the beach. In Greece, rescue teams have been working without rest for several days. And this is how the beach looked after the storm.
Κοιτάξτε εδώ τι γίνεται. Πλέον τα αμάξια έχουν βυθιστεί, δεν φαίνονται.
During a hurricane in South America, eyewitnesses filmed how the wind tore the roof off of a house. Heavy downpours and squally winds destroyed homes in Australia this summer. During an impending storm, strong winds damaged power lines in Costa Rica. This footage was shot in southeast China after a sandstorm. These shots were shot in Puerto Rico in 2017. Maria hurricane practically devastated the island then. The wind was so strong that it literally blew away the tires. Just look at the size of each hailstone. If such a thing gets into someone's head, it will be very painful. It's easy to guess that these shots were shot in Australia. This summer, torrential rains flooded many homes in the country. And this is South America. A hurricane in this part of the world is quite common. Such an abnormally large number of birds in the sky usually precedes an impending hurricane. In Greece, meteorologists warned about the storm, but according to them, the authorities did not take all the necessary protective measures in time. And this is footage from an internal surveillance camera from one of the apartments in the Philippines. On October 25th, the island of Luzon was very badly shaken. Rosalyn hurricane, which raged in Mexico, was assigned the third level of difficulty by the U.S. National Hurricane Center. If there is a boat, then in this weather, you can go rafting right on the streets of the city. I don't know exactly where these shots were made, but this dust devil is just gigantic. In February of this year, a powerful Batsarai cyclone hit the island of Mauritius. An earthquake with a magnitude of 7 points occurred on Sunday in southeastern Taiwan. As a result, many buildings were destroyed. Throughout the first half of October, Venezuela was flooded with rains, and strong winds blew away everything that was in their way. Deadly steams of brown water gush through the streets. A large-scale sandstorm has occurred in Australia. Eyewitnesses filmed this phenomenon on camera. And here is another giant dust devil. It looks exciting, doesn't it? These shots were in the town of Kazma in Croatia on the 15th of September. Because of the hurricane, many locals were left without a roof over their heads.